All right, welcome back to the channel. Max Tornow here. We're here in one of our offices, and in this video I want to talk about risk. In fact, how risky is it to start an online business if you're starting from zero? I think that's a lot of people's questions, right? A lot of people, they book free consulting calls with us and they ask about risk. So I thought I'd show a little bit of a video to kind of go through that. And the short answer is the following. How risky is it to start building an online business? It depends on how you want to do it. And obviously it depends on what type of business, right? Here's the risky way. Here's how most people do it, unfortunately. Most people try to randomly gather pieces of information from books they read and from a podcast that they've listened to and from some YouTube content here, and they randomly gather this information together. They pat themselves on the shoulder because they want to become self-made, and then they go do trial and error, right? They try to figure it out themselves, and they have no idea about does that model fit them? Does that model even work? And if it is a model that works, how can you make it work, right? This whole idea of figuring out themselves is unfortunately a bad idea. Clearly, of course, I'm biased, right? I'm biased because I'm someone who's always had mentors, and my clients have mentors. They have us mentoring them, and we can easily get them to their first 4 to 5 figures a month, and then we scale them up to 6 figures a month, and so on and so forth. So clearly, me being in that process, I can see how well it works, and seeing how many people come to us after they've very unsuccessfully tried it out themselves and it didn't work. I'm biased with that, but it's just from seeing it happening over and over and over and over again. It's a very, very bad idea to try to figure things out yourself, because it is involved with a lot of risk. Because in the very, very best scenario, you're wasting a lot of time and you're wasting a lot of energy, and then maybe you'll figure it out. In the more usual scenario, you waste a lot of time and your energy and you never figure it out, and then you give up and you walk back to 9-to-5 job, which is the very thing that probably made you try to build a business because you're sick and tired of it in the first place, right? And in the very, very worst scenario, you waste time, you waste energy, it doesn't work, you go back to a 9-to-5 job, and you've also wasted money, right? That kind of brings me to the whole notion of what type of business are you trying to start, right? And now what we're doing with our clients is we analyze their strengths and we tell them what exact type of business in terms of online coaching or online service providing fits to their strengths, right? Some people come to us, they already have a strength, they already have a skill, they want to learn how to monetize it. That's great, right? That way we monetize their skill and help them become an online coach or online service provider. Some people don't know what it is that they could be offering yet, but then obviously we'll analyze their strengths, we'll tell them what exact model fits best to them. But some people also try to branch out into other business ventures, anything along the lines of selling a physical product, and that usually is a bad idea if you're completely new and if you have no experience. Why? Well, a physical product you have to source somewhere, right? Either you source it from China, which is a bad idea either way, right? Or you try to create it, or you buy it and then you try to maybe sell it and so on and so forth. Well, the problem here is that you have to invest a lot of money to actually buy these physical products, and if it doesn't work out, you're gonna sit on these costs, right? So again, here, more risk involved, whereas if you sell nothing more than your expertise, you're not investing any hard-earned money in that. In fact, you can literally start with your own time in the beginning. Yeah, sure, you invest your time a little bit in that, but it is still a better trade than investing your time and getting paid in a job, because at the end of the day, you can make it much more lucrative. And if you know how to scale that business, you can become more and more freely, and until you're fully free, you can actually work time independently and location independently, which is also not too bad, okay? Imagine you make 10K a month, 20K a month from wherever you want, right? From whenever you want. If you want to sleep in, if you want to stay up at night, if you want to, fly to the States, fly to Miami, fly to Thailand, wherever it is that you want to go to, you can do that as you're working, right? Instead of having to, commute to an office or something along those lines. So, to summarize the point so far, it depends. If you want to avoid risk at all cost, try to do something that doesn't cost you a lot of money, right? And also try to do something that is easy to start, and most importantly, don't do it yourself, right? If you don't do it yourself, there's very little risk involved, right? And on a side note, before I forget that, I want to offer you checking me out on Instagram, because on Instagram you can send me a DM, right? If you have any personal question to me, you can send me a DM. And also on my Instagram, I show most important client stories, right? There might be clients in there that are already doing something very successfully that you were thinking about doing something, right? That it kind of shows you that it is indeed working, that there is indeed very little risk involved. I'm also doing Instagram Q&As, that I'm doing live streams on there. I'm posting value nuggets literally every day. I'm showing you my team. I'm showing you the office everyday life that we're having, and also, you know, the fun stuff that my own Freedom online coaching business allows me to do. So it's a very, very great thing to do. And if it is, of course, something that you can do right away, you probably have your phone in your hand right now. So I'm going to show my Instagram account right now. Go click follow, send me a DM if you have any specific questions, then I could see if and how exactly I can help you. It's a great way to get in touch with me. And back to the topic. What you got to understand though is, it goes even further. Some people say, okay, I understand online coaching business. That's great. I want to do that. Let me go build a brand first. And back you are at the risk. You do not need to have a big brand at all. You do not even need to have a website in order to make your first 10K a month, 20K a month. Absolutely unnecessary. In fact, most of our clients that are already banking 5 figures a month consistently, they don't have a website. They don't have a big YouTube. They don't have no YouTube at all sometimes. They don't have an Instagram or any of those things. You don't need to have big following anywhere. Later on, it's great, right? Later on, you can make it, you can create niche channels for YouTube. You can create niche profiles, niche positioning for your specific audience, but you do not need to be an influencer. In fact, most influencers are broke. You've probably heard me talk about this before. Most influencers can't even afford my help. They come to us with 300,000 followers, 3 million followers, 100,000 subscriber YouTube channels, whatever, right? And they can't. And we're like, great, you must be banking a ton of money, right? Compared with our channel, like this channel, how many subscribers do we have right now? Like 50 something K. Like compare it with that, like if we're making that much money with 50K, you must be making way more with 500K. Turns out they make close to nothing because they don't know how it works, right? So I would always prefer you, and I tell that to my clients as well, I prefer them making good money first, and then building a brand, then brand, all right? Money first, then brand. That way, number one, you don't have to risk building a huge following for months until you can monetize it. And number two, once you do build a channel, you can make it niche down and you already know your target audience, right? Imagine you already make your first 10K or you make your first 10K consistently. You probably know a thing or two about your potential audience. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to sell to them, right? And then all you have to do is be like, okay, now let me create videos for my potential audience for free that will then attract, of course, the exact audience that you already know how to sell to, right? You already know the exact topics that you want to talk about. And everything just goes simpler and easier and things fall into place. You don't have to create this crazy amount of content. Like I haven't written down any notes. Like I'm literally just talking about this, right? People ask me that a lot, like, Max, how do you create your content and stuff like that? I'm like, I just speak about it because I know it so well, because I deal with it every single day. I talk to my clients every single day, so I already know what to talk about. It's very simple. It's very little risk involved, right? And you don't need to run ads either. Many people say that too. It's like, oh, let me spend hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars on ads first, on my crazy, weird, whack business idea that I've come up with from my romantic ideas on how business should work. And now I got to spend money on ads to learn from that. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not necessary. Get someone who is where you want to be. Follow proven structure. It is very boring, and simply execute that, right? That's the last point that I want to mention here. You don't need ads whatsoever. It is in fact a very, very boring, mundane goddamn process. Okay? Hollywood makes the business building into this like grandiose, full of drama, play the highlight reel, crazy experience where you have to reinvent the wheel, you have to be revolutionary. Maybe you have to be revolutionary and reinvent the wheel if you want to become a billionaire. I don't have experience with being a billionaire. I have experience with generating clients literally from zero, getting your first 4 to 5 figures, scaling that up to 6 figures a month, scaling that later on to becoming your first millionaire, right? Maybe first millionaire in your family, or for you personally, the first situation where you are a millionaire. I can help you with those things. Maybe not with the billionaire thing, out of my experience, right? But if you want to be free as an online coach, earn enough money so you can travel the world, this is easily done. There is an existing process. It is boring, it is mundane, but it works, and that's all you have to do. And thusly, it also is very little risk involved compared to trying to figure it out yourself and oh, I want to become self-made. Who cares if you're self-made or not? I want you to get those results. That's all that counts, right? So at the end of the day, it depends how you want to do it. If you want to do it with a lot of risk involved, if you want to do it with a lot of littler risk involved, granted, probably if you want to do it alone, it's probably going to be more exciting, right? Because there's a lot of trial and error and a lot of great stories that can come out of that. But if you want to get results safer and with less risk involved, then it's probably better to actually follow a proven path and get a mentor for that, right? Now, if you want to say, hey, that sounds good, Max, can you and your team actually help me build my own freedom business as an online coach or online service provider? We can help you with that. We're going to put a link down in the description below. All you have to do is you click on that link and then you can book a free consulting call either with me directly or with an expert from our team, right? All you have to do is click the link in the description, then read what's on that page because it's important information for you to get started. And at the bottom of that page, you fill out the application. It takes you 1 or 2 minutes and then you can book the exact date and time where you want us to call you. Now that call is entirely for free. There's no international costs whatsoever, but you do need to fill out the application and you do need to be willing to execute, right? And then we'll jump on a call with you. We'll look at your situation. We'll tell you the exact steps that you and your specific situation can take in order to get started. And we'll also evaluate if and how exactly we can be of help, right? If you need our help doing so, we'll obviously see if and how exactly we can do that with you. Now, that being said, that link has limited spots available. Channel is going bigger and bigger. It is still a niche channel, probably always will be, at least compared to millions of subscriber other channels. But at the same time, we do only have limited spots. If the link in the description still works, it means we still have a spot open for you. So ideally, you take action now, and you're not a procrastinator, you're not a theory junkie. You simply take action now. You jump on a call, you see if it fits for you, you see if it works for you together with us or not. Right? That's simple. So link in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Maybe talk to you very soon, and GG.
Hey, I'm super happy to record this video because it's been almost 6 months since I joined the first Freedom Business Mentoring Program. It was a difficult time back then. After joining the Freedom Business Mentoring Program in the first month, we did over 30K. Then we cracked 100K in total, and last month in October we did 100K during a month, and that was a big turning point because now we have a team, we have an office. Now things are going really well and I'm super excited. Thanks a lot for all the help and looking forward to do 500K in a month.